Hello people, welcome to the video manual from Allison Technolab. In today's manual, we would be covering about how to register a softphone in a machine. So before moving further with the procedure to register a softphone, I would like to brief about softphone to those who are unaware about it. So softphone basically comes in a picture when we have to register SIP extensions which are provided by the contact center solutions or any solutions where there is SIP registration involved. Now we use softphone instead of IP phone because IP phones comes as a different hardware altogether which increases cost to our current setup, whereas softphone comes as a software package for multiple OS and platforms. It would have similar usage as a hardware IP phone but would reduce the cost of setup in a particular organization by getting installed in a particular system. Because they are available free of cost over internet, you just have to download and install the softphone of your choice and then you can register it with the SIP extension provided by the server. But both hardware IP phones and softphones have their own advantages and disadvantages over each other. So let's skip the rest of the details and move further with today's purpose of video manual. Before starting, make sure you have a USB headphone for better compatibility with the softphone and choose a softphone from Zoiper, Excelite, iBeam, etc. Whichever is suitable for you or your organization, everyone would be having similar usage. So let's start. Open the softphone installed in the machine. In our case, we would be showing softphones like Zoiper and Excelite. Let's move further with opening Zoiper. Okay. Once the softphone is opened, you would see the settings menu where you have two options like create a new account and the preferences. So now create a new account would give you direct access to register a SIP extension, whereas the preferences would contain all the details about the softphone, all the details and the settings about the softphone, and you have the account section also wherein you would be seeing the registered SIP extensions already, or else you can add a new account from there itself. So now for this video we would be going into the preferences menu for detailed view of the accounts registered and for creating a new account. Now select create new account from the preferences menu and there you would be having a pop-up which would ask to select account type, in which we have to select SIP extension because we are working with the SIP server. Before this, make sure you have three basic datas with you, that is the username, then its password and the domain IP. Enter the data into the fields. For this, I would just proceed further by entering my data into it and just press next. Then there would be another window pop-up giving us the option to edit the account name for the SIP extension. Okay, so here you can edit the name of your choice, or else there would be by default name entered. By just pressing next, you can just register, you can just activate the extension, SIP extension. Okay. So if the credentials are proper, like the username, the password, the domain IP, everything is as per the SIP server, then the extension would get registered without any issues. It would get activated easily. So now once you press OK, you would be redirected back to the same screen, the preferences menu, wherein you would be able to see that the account has been registered properly. So now you can just press OK, which would again redirect you to the main menu or the main page of the softphone. So now any calls coming from the SIP server to this extension would be easily answerable without any problems, provided the routing has to be done in that way. So next we move on to a different softphone. It would be a different software like Excelite. So if you by chance use Excelite, it would be pretty much similar to what you are going through the Zoiper setup, but there would be few option changes. I would just go through it a little bit fast so that I would not extend that much time. On the top of the softphone, you have to select the softphone menu, on which you have to select the account settings from the drop down, and then you can just enter the same details again. So the details would be like the account name, the user ID, the user password, the domain IP, and you can just press OK and you are good to go with the SIP extension. Once the credentials are proper, then the account would be activated easily. So there would be few like rules and regulations for this, like you cannot register a SIP extension which has been already registered somewhere else. It has to be unique. If you register 1000 in the Swiper, then you make sure if you want to register 1000 again in another machine, you have to unregister from here. You have to deactivate this account from the Swiper menu. Then only you can get registration over there. Otherwise it would be a problem in the SIP server. The calls would not be routed properly. It would create multiple problems in it, like duplicacy would happen. So before wrapping up with the video manual, I would like you to show how to easily identify the status of the registered extension in both the Softphones. For this, I have already created one test case. Moving further with the Swiper, if we go in the preferences menu again, we would be able to see a green tick followed by the 3000 SIP extension, which indicates that the extension has registered properly and the credentials are fine. If you take a look right below it, it shows an exclamation mark in red which denotes that the credentials provided are not proper and it's not registered. Same goes with the Excelite. When we open it, the green tick over here gives you an indication that the extension is registered properly. Whereas if the credentials are not proper, in this case, like if the password is wrong, then you would see the error account failed to enable. So please recheck the status before moving further for using the extension. So this is all with the video manual for how to register a Softphone. If you have any doubts, please leave it in the comments. We will get back to you as early as possible. Thank you so much and have a nice day.